Well, awesome. Okay, well, I guess we can go ahead and get started.
Okay, and you're already recording this, Annette?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good, because she told me to make sure I recorded it, so I will not do that.
Okay, take it away.
All right, so welcome everybody. My name is Shane Hassert. I am a junior vice commander for the Department of Colorado, and I will be helping to lead the session this evening for the Oratorical program. I'm going to introduce our committee members, and each one of them is going to take a particular section on the Oratorical program. Guys, when I get to your area, let me know what you want me to display. I've downloaded everything that you've sent over to me, so I will absolutely go ahead and put those up for you if I have that capability, Annette. Then we can just go from there. We'll record this so that we can put it up on the department website afterwards. If you've got any questions, please make sure to throw them up in chat. I will continue watching that as the other presenters are doing their thing. And I will also, if you do have any other questions, you can throw those up as well. So our committee members are Lori Kuntz, who's working with the department volunteer positions. Steve Valdez is how we work with the school systems. And Deb, are you going to be taking Steve's section on it? Awesome. Deb Davis is on student outreach. Janelle Rodriguez Mendelson is a tour of the department website, which Lori, I can work with you on doing because I've actually seen the website as well, and I can get to it and we can pull that up and all the information on it. Tom Flores works with our financials. Tracy Trujillo on donations. Gary Force on the post certifications. And Nick Arceo on judging. And I've got all of your information and stuff ready. So if we want to go to Lori on the volunteer positions, we can start there.
Perfect. So one of the keys to our program to be successful is our volunteers. We have several different positions that help to keep the day flowing. You're going to hear about judges from Nick, and then the tabulators, actually, Gary is the one that takes care of those tabulators. They're the ones that will basically add up what the judges do on their sheets. Each contestant room will have a moderator, and this moderator is the person that's going to stand up in front of the room and keep the contest flowing. We have ushers that come into the rooms, and the easiest way to explain an usher is that they are the sergeant at arms of the room. So they're going to make sure that people are seated, they lock the door, nobody can come in or out when a contestant is speaking. And there's also escorts. So as the contestants arrive, they will be directed to the holding room where they will remain during the contest. One or more escorts are assigned to that holding room, and they are going to walk with that student from the holding room to the contestant room or the contest room. Also, if they need to go to the restroom or they're going from that contest room to an assigned topic room or from the holding room. So there's always an escort with them at all times. Then we also have timekeepers in the room. So there are 2 timekeepers at a minimum per contest room. And these 2 people are going to watch the clock. And when there are 2 minutes left of either the assigned topic or the oration, they're going to let the contestant know by holding up a time card. And then when there's 1 minute left, they hold up another one. And at the end, they hold up that the time, they're out of time. Once the student leaves the room, they notify the moderator in the room what the official time is. And they repeat it to the judges and let them know if there's any penalties. So penalties are counted if they go way too short or if they go way too long, or even just a little bit over, they get dinged. So we have 2 different holding room monitors. We have our main holding room. This is where all of the students come into. They're in there most of the day. That's where they prepare their prepared orations. The contestants may consult their notes at any time while they're in that room. They cannot use their phones. So if they come in with their phones, they're going to give them to that monitor who will keep them safe until the end. They also, can turn over their notes to them as they go out to their prepared oration room, so they don't have them. Upon completion of their assigned topics from their contest room, they go back into the holding room. So it's kind of like their main room that they're in and out of all day long. Once we get to the assigned topic, so this is going to be towards the end of the prepared orations. Prior to that last speaker beginning, the moderator will have the assigned topic drawn in the contest room. This will be given to the assigned topic monitor in that room. So once the contestants are brought into the room and that student turns over that card and reads it, they have 5 minutes to prepare for their assigned topic. The monitor will keep time. Once the 5 minutes are up, they will notify the escort that the student is ready to go into the contest room. And then they are escorted at that point. The next student will be brought in, and it just keeps cycling through. Once they've made their assigned topic speech, then they will go back into the main holding room. They will not disclose what that speech is, because no student knows what it is until that 5 minute mark that they get to prepare for it. So if you are interested in becoming a volunteer, you just let me know. You can email me if you don't have it. I'm sure we can get you my email, or give me a call and we will get you on the list. We do have a minimum number of slots, and it's also going to depend upon the number of contestants. Will be determined on how many volunteers we need. If we have a lot, we've ran simultaneous contests in the past until we have the 4 winners to go on to the finals. So we've had several rooms and several escorts and ushers. So get more contestants. Shane?
All right, thank you. Next, we've got Steve Valdez and Deb. I believe you're going to take his section on how we work with the school systems. Deb, why don't you go ahead and we'll see what we can find out in the interim.
Okay, I did not get with Steve about the coordinating with the schools. The last I had heard from him was that we were not going to be able to get onto the school's calendar with our dates for the oratorical contest. They just would not do that for us. And as far as other coordinations with school, I'm not sure what he's doing with that.
Do you have his script, Deb?
No, I do not.
Would you like me to read through it?
Sure.
Okay, so Steve prepared a script for the topic is Oratorical 2022, the American Legion High School Oratorical Scholarship Program, a constitutional speech contest. So the purposes are to assist the American Legion posts, provide American Legion High School Oratorical Scholarship information to the local high schools. So it's about reaching out to those schools. However, you can reach out to your local schools. So assist the American Legion post and contact high schools in their post area. Steve has been very instrumental in doing that with his local area and is willing to help posts do that. Call the high school. These are his methods. Call the high school, inform the administration of your objectives pertaining to the American Legion High School Oratorical Scholarship Program. Let them know there's money. Make an appointment to get in the high school's admin and the activities directors, key people. He says, find the key people and go over the program. Email the high school administration and activity directors. Send them the information pertaining to the oratorical program. There's digital brochures you can send them, so they don't even have to go in if they don't let it. Like right now, a lot of schools are not letting you in. It says, have the local American Legion representative make the initial contact with the high school. Be sure the representative has the necessary information, the packet containing the objectives, rules, sign-up page, what assigned topics are, what the contest is about. The procedure is important because of the content of the contest. The high school must show the proper steps needed to take to get their contestant to the various levels of the contest. Have the local American Legion representative give the local high school officials the necessary contact information of their local office and the American Legion state office. And I would say, and the oratorical committee pages. Deb is the student coordinator as well, so her information is vital for those students. Have the local American Legion representative give the local school officials the location of the program contest. Provide the information about any local lodging facilities if they're needed, if they're coming from a long distance. Have the representative acquire information from the high school. So don't just go drop off stuff. Make sure you're finding the right person, collect their information so you can follow up with them. At the end of the information provided and gathered by the high schools, you're going to have given them all the information on the contest and the scholarships, and you're going to want to bring back their information so you can follow up and see if they have any contestants that can be involved. This will gain in population of contestants, so it's just about continuing to reach out and building that relationship with the schools. So now back to you, Deb.
All right. As a student coordinator, what I do is I receive the applications through email, and then I download them, send off a copy of the official rules and the topic for the 3 to 5 minute speech for the students to review. Before I call the post, well, before I assign the post to them, I call them to find out who their oratorical chairman is, or even if they have one. Usually it turns out to be the post commander. Then I will contact the student and let them know what post they've been assigned to and who that person is and their phone number and all that information. And then once I get that all together, I start organizing the students on a spreadsheet. I provide the committee with a list of all the students and update it whenever I get new applications. The updated students, I also update students on the progress of their application and the post assignments. Sometimes, like last year, it took a lot of coordination with the post over and over and over again, reminding them that they have students that are wanting to do this contest. Then I check with the post chairman on the status of the student certification. Find out when they're actually doing the certification and make sure that the student knows exactly when that certification is and how to prepare for that. Last year, we also did some Zoom meetings where we had them ask us questions as far as what they might need to know to proceed with their oratorical. Then after the contest, I send letters to every single student that participated, whether they won or not. That's it for me, Shane.
Okay. Deb Davis. Okay. Janelle was going to do the website. Lori, do you want to take the website? And I will bring up the
You wanna
pictures
share
of
it?
it.
Yeah, you can pull it up and we can tag team it, Shane.
Okay.
So this year we're actually going to be hosting the contest at Golden. And I'm trying to find her sheet so I can read it. So it's going to be held at Golden View Classical Academy. The address will be posted on the website. It is it's still under construction, so we are in the middle of getting that done. It'll be on March 5th, beginning at 8 a.m. Semifinals will run first, depending on the number of semifinals how many contestants we have will be dependent upon how many simultaneous semifinal rounds we have. The top 4 contestants will go on to the final round after that. Scholarships for Colorado. First place winner will receive a $3,000 scholarship. Second place is $1,500. Third place is $1,000, and then our fourth place person is $500. The first place winner will then go on to the National Oratorical Contest. And I'm sorry, I don't have that date. I believe it's April. Do you see that, Shane?
I do. I have that date. Hold on. Trying to pull up too many things at once.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, while he's looking for the date, if they do win at the national level, the first place award scholarship is $25,000. Second place is
Second to
22,500. I'm sorry.
April 22nd and 20 to 24th.
Okay, that sounds about right. I knew it was April. Third place is $20,000. So there is a lot of scholarship money that's available out there for high school oratorical. If so, it's grades 9 through 12 that can participate. If they say they're in 9th grade and they place in the top ones, if they do not win at the national level, they can come back the next year and participate again. The website will also have the forms that you'll need. So it's going to have the contest application, the post-certification form. There's a flyer on the high school oratorical contest. It is March 5th. Entry deadline is January 11th.
And this website, colegionoratorical.org, will be fully updated by Monday, is what Janelle had sent me over. So this is where you can go for promotional information for the national rules, which I've also got up here. We have to abide, of course, by the national rules. Also, the brochure information on oratorical, the topics that the contestants can use, how to enter, how to get to the certification and the application website, as well as the pertinent dates, how to contact us, and then the scholarships that we have available. So all of this is on, and this is also going to be delivered through the department website as well. Any questions? Okay, Tom, can I turn it over to you?
Yes, good evening. Yes, the American Legion Department of Colorado High School Oratorical Program. This is training 2021 scholarship and finance. Concerning, let me reiterate what Lori Coons had mentioned. Our scholarships are pegged at $3,000 for the first place winner, $1,500 for second, $1,000 for third, and $500 for fourth. Last year's winners was Paige Castens. She was homeschooled, so that's very important for people to know. Not only do we get into the state school systems, we also have many participants, actually a great majority of participants that are homeschoolers. This finance is a quasi for educational purposes and as a report. Your oratorical program committee pursues and provides a simple checks and balance system. The oratorical program is part of the Americanism pillar, and it has ties to our children and youth programs. Any oratorical program success necessitates partnerships and outreach with members and posts and the entirety of our American Legion family. An official scholarship winner roster and scholarship funds are maintained and governed by our department headquarters. Winners must notify and apply to the oratorical chairperson and department adjutant for fund distribution within 30 days of college enrollment. For instance, so we had an individual that actually got paid twice. And so we have to give Susan Bate a little credit for catching it, and actually Janelle. So we do monitor, there is a checks and balance system. Our address is the American Legion Department of Colorado headquarters, 7465 East First Avenue, Suite D, Denver, Colorado. And our phone number is 303-366-7618. 303-366-7618. Also, Shane, if you would post, it's a reconciliation, a banking reconciliation, their form of a balance sheet. And we do have the actuals, our actual number, and that's, I'll just cut straight to the chase. Our actual ending balance in our Oratorical program is $16,568.99. Last year, we were very fortunate, well, unfortunate with COVID, but fortunate that we were very conservative. And I think we spent less than $150 thanks to all the staff. That is all I have, Shane, and thank you and everyone else.
Okay, Tracy.
Hello. I'm going to speak a little bit about our fundraising efforts. The Oratorical Contest is very unique in that it ties into two of the Legion pillars, Americanism and children and youth. First and foremost, we always seem to want to, regardless of what side of the house you're on, is to support our pillars. So how can we do that when many of our American Legion family is still recovering from COVID? Number one, designate a fundraiser. If you need help, set up, clean up, that kind of thing, getting the word out, please reach out to one of us. We will be happy to get the word out regarding a fundraiser that will benefit Oratorical. To pass the hat in a meeting and encourage the other entities of your American Legion family to do the same. Do a matching. X amount of members donate so much, and the post or squadron or auxiliary will match it. 50-50. There are a number of ways to have and support financially the American Legion Oratorical program. These youngsters are our future. And let's be honest, not many adults read the US Constitution and can intelligently debate what's in our governing documents. These youngsters, they're our future, and we need to find a way to keep this program financially solvent as we go forward. If you need help with some fundraising ideas, or you want to just kick a few ideas around, reach out to one of us. We'll be more than happy to help you. If I did the math right, I'm looking at probably a little over $5,000 goes out every year in award money. If based on the figure that Tom just gave us, that amount's only going to last for the next 3 years, and we will be at zero. So we need to continue to feed into the scholarship program. Again, it's your pillars, it's the Legion's pillars, and American Legion Auxiliary, part of our Americanism program, supports Oratorical. So please reach out to your American Legion family and have a very frank conversation of how your Legion family can support this worthwhile program. That's what I have at the moment.
Great, thanks, Tracy. Gary, do you want to lead us on to post certification? Do you need me to display anything?
Thank you. What is an oratorical post certification? The post certification process has each contestant present their oration before members of the sponsoring post. The members evaluate the oration for content, time, and presentation as if the contestant was presenting at the contest. The goal is to ensure each contestant understands the technical requirements for their presentation and meets a minimum standard for participation in the contest. Now, Nick is going to go over a lot of the judging parameters that will be applied to the post certification. Now, there are resources available at American Legion National website at legion.org under oratorical and resources. That includes training and judging. Other post and oratorical committee members can also be resources. If this is the first time you're going to be doing sending a contestant to the judge, then it would be a good idea to contact one of the posts that has done post certification and have them help you go through the process and actually sit in on a couple of sessions to work through how a contestant should be judged. The timeline depends on the contestant's oratorical program experience. So it may take 2 or 3 sessions to get the contestant to the point where they feel that they are able to do an oration. The certifications are due in January 29th, 2022. Mid-year is coming up at that time, so if you want to bring your checks and certificates, that mid-year would be a good time to bring them in. That's all I have. Any questions?
Okay, thanks,
I'd
Gary.
just like to add that for post certification, it is $200 per participant. Correct?
For the sponsorship, yes,
Yes, so they know that comes with their post certification.
that's correct.
Lori, I usually tell them when I call the post to set up a student with a post.
Perfect.
It's $200.
So we keep reminding everybody, which is good.
Okay, Nick, you are up. Let me know what document you want me to show first.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Let me go over just a couple things here regarding the judging. Obviously, this is a very, very critical part of the program because the judges will determine how we get to our winners and how they move on and things of that nature. So very, very important. I do want to say before I get into this, it takes about 30 judges to run a contest. I'm the judge coordinator, so I will get these judges lined up and get them trained. The other thing I wanted to mention is that judges will be non-Legion family members. So I go outside of the Legion family and I get an array of different qualified judges, and they're selected by me. And most of these judges have judged. I've been the coordinator for, I believe, 5 years now, 4 or 5 years. And so I'm familiar with most of them, and most of them will be returning judges. So the first, Shane, if you could put up, I'm going to go through the scratch tally sheets first. If you could put up the prepared oration.
Yep. That one?
No, that's the assigned topic. The other one. No, that's the scorecard. So there should be another prepared one that's called prepared oration.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. Okay, so this is actually what the post would use also in helping get a student certified. So let's just go through this sheet. One other thing I want to say before we get into reviewing these sheets is that there are penalty points for a contestant who speaks over or under the time limit, and that's on the sheet on the judge's scorecard. And also there will be judges can they will be have to give points off if the student does not speak on some aspect of the Constitution with emphasis to the duties and obligations of a citizen to our government. So looking at this prepared oration sheet, we'll just go down on the left-hand side. This really, it's very, very black and white. So over on the extreme left, you see the total points given, possibly given for each category. So the first area is content. So the first under content is was the speech original, fresh and direct, applying the contestant's knowledge. The most points that the contestant can get for that is 12 points. The second under content, did the contestant skillfully select examples, descriptions, analogies, and specific data? Number 3, was the speech logical, well organized, and developed? Again, over on the score there, that's worth 12 points total. That's the most points they can get. Number 4, did the contestant show a comprehensiveness of knowledge of the subject matter? And that one is worth up to 16 points. And then you would subtotal that. And then over on the right side, there are place for the judges to make remarks or notes. Moving on down to the speaking skills, these 3 are each worth the maximum of 6 points. So number 1, did the contestant use volume, rate, pitch, and diction effectively? 6 points maximum. Number 2, rate the contestant's style, language use, word arrangement, and selection transitions. Number 3, were body actions, poise, eye contact, posture, gestures, facial expressions, were they appropriate? Again, 6 points can be given maximum there. You subtotal those, and then there's a square there for penalty points. And if there was any penalty points for time, the timekeepers will announce, or the room coordinator will announce that, and then that's where the penalty points would come off and deducted from the subtotal, and then the total down at the bottom. Again, there's a place for any kind of remarks, comments. Up at the top of that sheet, if you go back up, this is the most very important thing. Does the contestant's oration relate to some aspect of the Constitution of the United States with emphasis on the duties and obligations of a citizen to our government? And that's either a yes or no. And if there's parts of the speech that are not, then the judge is required to downgrade that score to reflect that. Now you can put up the assigned topic, and that pretty much is the same. The only difference there on this is the assigned topic, is the points available to score is different. So you can see on that 4, 4, 4, and 6 are the maximum on the content, and under speaking skills, it's 4 points each. Other than that, these tally sheets are identical. except for the amount of points. Now, if you'd like to put up the judges score, excuse me, the judges scorecard. Again, this is pretty much everything that we went over. This is where the judge would take these tally sheets and convert all the numbers over to the scorecard. So again, you can see how this is laid out. Content and speaking skills. These are the same questions that the judge needs to evaluate the student. You can see the difference in points there. The prepared oration is worth 12 points under number 1 as an example. Assigned topic is 4, and so on and so forth. You can see the difference in the points there. And then this sheet is graphed out to have the 6 different contestants over to the right. And this is where the judge then would complete this form. The name of the judge would appear on here. He would sign this at the bottom. One thing, there are no ties permitted. So if a judge happens to, when he gets to the scorecard and he has 2 or 3 contestants with the same score, he's going to have to go back and break that tie. He's going to have to go back. So that's why it's important on the tally sheets that he makes remarks, comments on there. He can go back and revisit that because there are no ties permitted. So when this is complete, he will have the judge will have a very clear sheet to turn in to Gary for tabulation. First, second, third, fourth, whatever. First, second, third, fourth, however it comes out. So again, this judge's scorecard is very black and white. It's very pointed. There's really everything that you need as a judge on here. And then that is what the judge would turn into Gary for to tabulate everything. Any questions on any 3 of these documents that I've shown you?
Nick, I have a question. I'm a student and I want to know why I didn't score so well. Are you going to share those scorecards with me?
They are not. They are available after the contest is over. When it's completely over, we've never had any students that I know of that have asked to view the scorecards. The scratch tally sheets are not available, but the judge's scorecard is, if they want to see it after the entire contest is over.
Thank you.
Any other questions on these 3 documents that I've went over? I have had the question in the past because prior to when I went back and attended the Oratorical in Indianapolis, the training session, we did use Legion family members to judge, and it was highly recommended back from National that we would be much better off if we went outside of the Legion family and get judges. So we've done that ever since then. And we did run into a problem with that a few years ago, which really I can understand why they're suggesting that we go out and get non-Legion family members to do the judging. And it's worked out very good every year. So, and that's all I got, Shane.
Great, thanks, Nick. So just a couple of other points to reiterate, and then we can wrap it up for this evening. Again, the www.legion.org oratorical has the contest rules. Our Colorado website, colegionoratorical.org, will be updated by Monday. It will have all of the national rules, all of our rules, all of our information on scholarship information and the locations, but I will run through some of those again. We will be at the Golden View Classical Academy, which is 601 Corporate Circle in Golden, Colorado on March 5th, beginning at 8 a.m., which will be the semifinals for the department. And we will take the top 4 contestants for the final contest. Our scholarships will be first place at $3,000, second place at $1,500, third place at $1,000, and fourth place at $500. If you would like to volunteer, please reach out to one of us on the committee. As far as dates, the application submittal by the candidates is due by January 11th. Certification by the posts and the $200 for the candidate they submit is due by January 29th. Our contest, again, is March 5th. And then the national finals will take place April 22nd to 24th in Indianapolis. As I mentioned, if you'd like to volunteer for department or for national, please reach out to one of us on the team. Terry Clinton is one of the leads for the committee. So reach out to any of us and we will help you get the information that you need. And Annette, that is what we have for this evening.
Great, thank you. Is there a chance that we can get a copy of the flyer so we can get it sent out to the different districts?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. And is there something that will give those dates that you just gave?
I believe the
Application
flyer
date?
has the website on it and the website will have all those dates correct by Monday.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much, Shane. I really do appreciate it, and everybody for coming on tonight and presenting. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions for Shane, Deb, Lori, Gary, Nick? Deb?
Annette, the flyer is going out with the Boys State, Girls State packets.
Okay,
So they should be out shortly after the 1st of January.
after the 1st of January? Okay, would we be able to do it electronically as well?
Oh, of course.
So do you want to wait until January for that to go out?
No, we'll get them out. We'll get them out sooner
Okay.
because we have
Yeah.
a January 11th due date.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, anybody else? All right, well, I guess that's it for the night. So I'd like to thank you all for coming on and sharing your information.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you very
Thank you.
much for the presentation.
Thank you. You all have a safe and great Thanksgiving.
Happy
Thank you.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.